Hi, I'm Julie and this is Plants to the Rescue, and this week is a Wegmans haul. I do want to give a quick shout out though to the Thrive Summit, Thrive Against All Odds. If you follow Tim Kaufman, you know about it already, and if you don't follow Tim Kaufman, you totally should be. There is a free virtual summit going on right now for the next 10 days, and it is all about thriving against all the odds. And it's got a whole bunch of great people that have overcome their food addictions and their issues with food. And there's also all the doctors and all the big names in the whole food plant-based world. So go check it out. I think there's still time to get in there. Anyways, this is our Wegmans haul, and if you watched, we did do a very quick farmer's market yesterday. So there isn't quite as much fresh produce on the table as there usually is, but we still picked up some more. Once a month, I usually do an extra produce haul, and I did do an extra produce haul yesterday. It was wonderful. Go watch the quick video. But let's get right into it today. I don't want to waste your time or mine. Okay, so starting with vegetables. Let's start with vegetables. I will let you know what we got. We're starting right closest to you, Sean. All right, I picked up a nice little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pack of garlic because, well, garlic. Quick garlic thing. When you are cutting your garlic or chopping your garlic, make sure when you break it and you crush it, you let it sit for a little while. Same thing with onions, all things like that, because you actually get more of the benefits of the garlic and the onions if you let it sit for a little bit before you cut it up all the way and use it. So garlic. And we also got some baby Bella mushrooms. And you're gonna see, like, I bet you can probably guess before I finish this, what are some of the things that we're gonna be making this week. But I'll let you guess. I'll let you ponder it as you see me go through the stuff. Baby
Feel free
Bellas.
to comment below.
And 2 different kinds of squash. We got summer squash, which Sean really, really loves, and zucchini squash, which I really, really love. A lot of people think that these taste the same. I do not think they taste the same at all. I think that the summer squash is a lot more watery, and it's got like a waxier skin. And I think that the zucchini squash is a lot sweeter and has a more tender skin. But let me know, are you team summer squash or team zucchini? I am definitely team zucchini. Sean is team summer squash. I got both. It's a happy compromise. And for veggies, we're still on veg. Yeah. For frozen veg, I got mirepoix. So all mirepoix is your chopped up celery, onions, and carrots. It's a great beginning base for all kinds of soups and stews. So be thinking on what I'm going to be making. But this is mirepoix. Sometimes it's just cheaper to get it that way. Like, I already have carrots. I didn't have celery, but I've got carrots and onions already in the household from last week's haul, plus farmer's market. I have more, so I really didn't want to buy that all again, and I didn't want to buy any celery this week, so I just went ahead and got the mirepoix, which was way cheaper. I think it's like $2.29 or $2.19 at Wegmans. And I got 2 more bags, like I needed more frozen veg. We still haven't even touched the frozen veg that's been in there for, like, I keep adding to it. Pretty soon, I can't open my freezer at all because it is so stuffed with frozen veg. But that's not a bad problem to have. I got 2 more of the peas because my husband really, really loves upping his protein a little bit. And we just got back to strength training. We haven't been strength training, lifting weights at the gym in a very, very long time. We've just been walking and hiking and biking and me running. And we recently just got back into lifting weights again. And I do like to cross train. I don't like to just run. I think it's much better for my body if I do some cross training. So yeah, we'll be upping our protein a little bit. No protein powder or anything like that, just from natural sources. Don't really feel like I need to add the protein powder in at all, at least at this phase of the game. And I got 4 really nice sized russets. Primarily, at least 3 of these will end up as French fries for my son, and then I'll probably have 1 stuffed with salsa and all things Mexican. All right, so other than that, that's it for veg. So I got I actually got 4 of the 29 ounce of tomato sauce. So what's going on? What do you think's going on in the house? Anyways, 4 big nice things of tomato sauce. Okay, And now we're gonna go on to fruit. So fruit, I got 2 lemons, and my reasoning for the lemons is because I love lemons. I am the only one in my house that loves lemons, but I absolutely adore lemons. And I was thinking of making a lemon oat cookie. So I am no longer, thanks to Broccoli Mom, making my oat bars or my oat balls that I bake or my air fryer baked whatever, rectangular oval shaped balls. Because I was finding that they were kind of like a little bit still undercooked in the middle. Perfect on the outside, but a little undercooked in the middle. And I didn't think of actually squashing them down into a thinner, flatter, giant cookie and realizing that it would bake all the way through or air fry all the way through a lot quicker until I saw Broccoli Mom literally making the exact same thing I have been making for breakfast. Literally the exact same thing for weeks now, but she's making it into a giant cookie shape. So me and my husband used to love Lenny and Larry's cookies, and I used to love Bobo's Oat Bar. So in my mind, these cookies have become a combination of a Bobo's Oat Bar and a Lenny and Larry's cookie. My husband can tell you, I am having them every flipping day.
This is true.
So I'm going to make an oat one. I am going to make an oat one. I'm going to make a lemon one this week. I do think I am. And who knows what else. And for more fruit, we got 2 packs of these unsweetened applesauce. My son loves to just nosh on these for a little snack, and I use them in baking. So one whole one of these will be for Brian just to go at, and the other one will be for baking because I have been baking so much. I made 4 loaves of banana bread this week.
In my belly.
4. It's a little ridiculous. My son had the nasty cold that my husband and I finally got over. He went down, and the only thing he really wanted to eat was banana bread. So, and my husband was more than happy to join him. So we had whole food, plant-based banana bread, fat-free, delicious banana bread. 4 loaves this week. Ridiculous.
Tasted like molasses.
It didn't taste like molasses, but speaking of molasses, there was no molasses in it. All right. The other thing, I got probably 2.5 bunches of bananas. We still have a ton of bananas in the house. I'm looking at another bunch there. I had to put a whole bunch in the freezer, and I have a whole bunch in the fridge. So there are bananas everywhere in this house because literally I use them in everything. I use them in our pancakes. I use them in my cookie things I make. I use them in breads. I use them in just bananas for everything. So bananas all the time. Cannot not have bananas. If bananas were not around, I don't know what I'd do. I'd be pretty bummed though.
I'd
all right.
Crying.
So that's it. Will you be fine?
No, I said I'd be crying.
You would be crying.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for fresh fruit and veg. And now I'm going to move on to the protein portion. Oh, crud. I forgot that. Sean, there are in the cabinet. Yeah, there are beans. You'll see. They're in a jar unopened. 2 bags that are unopened. Anyways, tofu. I got 3 packs of tofu, and I will tell you at the end what I am doing with the tofu. 3 packs of oatmeal, and the other thing that I got, Sean cannot find it, so I will just tell you. I didn't feel like that was enough protein, and I went to the dollar store and I got 2 bags of black beans. So that's it, and that will be enough protein for the entire week for us. I know it sounds crazy, but it really will. One of those blocks of tofu will end up going for 2 whole separate meals, and then we'll have the 2 others, and then we'll have black bean everything. All right, Sean, come back to the table because I need you over here, and I already told them about it.
Oh.
So we're going to have that for our protein this week. Now I'm going to move on to the grains. So the grains of the week, I got 2 of these whole grain spaghetti. The only thing that is in it, I believe, let's check just to make sure. I did not check before. Whole grain durum wheat flour. That's it. 1 ingredient. So if you're going to indulge in pasta, I really suggest going. There's 2 camps here. We have had all the bean pastas plenty of times, but there's a lot more ingredients. I just watched a Healthy Emmy video about this, of the different kinds of pastas. And my husband loves the bean pastas, and that's great, but there is a lot of different ingredients, and I find like I really want to keep my ingredient list super low, and this fits the bill, and we do okay with wheat. Some people really can't have it because they have gluten issues, and then by all means go get those bean pastas. But if you don't have a gluten issue and you want pasta, try whole grain. It's wonderful.
Unfortunately, the bean pastas are usually more expensive as well.
Yeah, but I personally don't need. They are super pricey, and there's a huge list of ingredients, and I'm not really all that interested in that. That's not what I'm trying to do over here.
See that? The rice fell from the sky.
Yeah, okay, Sean. So this is Sean's. I'm not interested in really having this. I will have it one time this week because I will tell you about that in a minute, what I'm making this week. But the whole rest of this 5-pound bag of white rice will be for Sean. And Sean is not picky about his rice, whether it's brown, black, purple, parboiled, regular, jasmine, basmati. He doesn't care.
Just give me the rice.
He's about rice all the time, and he's had really good results with it. I do not have as good results when I include a lot of rice, but Sean's doing okay with it, so he'll have it. I'm still on grains. And so the other grain that I do amazing with, and I bought 3 of these 42-ounce oats, old-fashioned oats. Yep, more oats. And the reason I bought 3 is because I literally have like this much oats left. So I had to. I just had to, because there is not a day that goes by that I do not have oats in some form in my belly. So I'm super excited to have all the oats. And now for the condiments, what I consider condiments of the week, I have got apple cider vinegar again, because we're just on a vinegar kick, and I needed this particular one for something that I'm making this week. And I love apple cider vinegar, and it's super cheap. And so, yeah, apple cider vinegar. And the other thing that I got that I kind of consider in the condiment camp, and I'm going to tell you about it. Make me happy. Make me happy. Make me happy. Yes, no sugar. Awesome. It made me happy. All right, Wegmans organic vegetable broth, low sodium. So it is really hard to find a no sodium. They're out there. They tend to be pretty pricey, and I don't know that I love them. So I did get a low sodium organic vegetable broth, and I got 2 of these. So I consider that in the condiment camp. Is it starting to come together what we're doing for food this week in your mind? All right, and for my milk this week, I lucked out again because Wegmans has a pretty good price on soy milk. So I got 2 of the original soy milks this week. And I'm psyched about that because soy milk is just better, in my opinion. Of all the non-dairies, it's just better. And for Brian's stuff that I will make his good baked goods and his extra things with, I did get him another just peanuts. It's just peanuts in here. So for his peanut butter, and I really do, we've had this for weeks, and Sean and I stay out of it. So that's pretty good. Sean, you gave me a look. Are you staying out of Brian's peanut butter? I'm staying out of Brian's peanut butter.
I had a couple cookies.
Oh, Sean had a couple cookies. It happens. I'm staying out of Brian's peanut butter, and so this is really going for him, and we still have some from leftover, but I kind of, especially during the fall months, always stock up on a lot of the baking things. Okay, this is there might be some fighting about this, and this is molasses. So this is a sweetener of the week. And some people are very anti-molasses, and some people are pro-molasses, and I kind of am like, nah, whatever. It's I think that it's got enough nutrient value to be included occasionally. And seeing how this is for my son, primarily for Brian, I don't even know that I will have any of it. I'm really okay with it. So molasses is a sweetener for this week.
And it tastes good.
It does taste good. Preferably you would buy blackstrap molasses, but my son's not a fan, so I just got the original molasses. And his nut/seed of the week is this time, it is a massive thing of unsalted, dry roasted peanuts. So I think this baby is definitely going to last more than a week. I would hope so. But this is Brian's nut seed. And so if you do have children or even young adults in your house, teenagers, I do recommend that they have a nut or seed every single week. Sean and I have flaxseed every day, or chia seed for our omegas, but I do try to make sure Brian has a nut of some type every week. And maybe someday when I'm at maintenance, I will be able to include nuts every day or at least weekly in my own diet. I just don't feel like I'm there yet. And I think that is it on the table. Now I'm going to tell you the grand total, and then I'm going to tell you what we're going to be making this week. The grand total this week is $94.38, which I think is fantastic.
I think it's wonderful.
We've stayed under all the time. And the crazy thing, I keep saying it, I say it every week, I sound like a broken record. How the heck am I going to feed my family on what's on the table for an entire week? Other than our weekly go back and get more bananas haul. But we do. And the crazy thing is every week there's surplus. So Whole Foods are the way to go. I guarantee some of this will be left over next week. Can you stop dancing behind the camera? Because you're totally throwing me. And you throw me weekly. So if you see me like go duh or space out, it's because my husband is dancing and distracting me all to heck behind the camera. I wish he would not do that. All right. Anyways, back to the drawing board. What am I making this week? So this is exciting. Chicken. Well, no chicken. I don't even think that's the name of it. No chicken. It's a Drina Burton recipe for a no chicken noodle soup, and it is amazing. I have her cookbook, but I did see it is online for free. So check out Drina Burton's no chicken noodle soup. We're definitely going to be having that, and we're going to have it. I will use this for 2 whole different separate recipes of that same no chicken noodle soup. So I will make it twice this week, and I will only need the 1 package of tofu to make it twice. My husband historically hates soup. How do you feel about this soup, Sean?
It's wonderful.
I will barely get any because he really struggles sharing the soup. So you should check out that recipe. It is really super good. And then I have a leftover can of pineapple chunks. I'm going to make a sweet and sour tofu stir fry. So I'm super excited, and I will use this tofu for that. And then the remaining thing of tofu, which is the thing I'm most excited about, and that garlic is going to make it in there. Some of those veg are going to make it in there. The mushrooms are going to make it in there. This has something to do with it, and this has something to do with it. So yeah, we're going to have tofu meatballs with spaghetti sauce, and I make a butt-kicking homemade spaghetti sauce.
Correct.
But there's a million recipes for whole food plant-based spaghetti sauce out there. You really don't need the oil. You don't need anything like that added to it. And tofu meatballs, I make all kinds of meatballs. I've made lentil meatballs. I've made chickpea meatballs. I've made all kinds of meatballs. Seitan meatballs we've had, but there's something special about a tofu meatball. They are absolutely delicious. And they are the one faux meatball that my son actually really likes. So we're going to have stuff like that. Stir fries, lots of spaghetti sauce with tons of leftover sauce. And we're going to and I never got to that pot pie. I made everything else I said I was going to make last week except for that. So we'll be having that this week too. Lots of healthy, nutritious, delicious foods for under $100. And I hope you come back next week. Yeah, that Asian haul, we're putting it off for like about a month because I'm doing like a whole bunch of Instacart hauls right now. So I am going to probably be doing Price Right next week. So stay tuned.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Oh my goodness. All right. Make sure to like and subscribe. Love you guys. Peace and love. Bye.